You know, you're not trying to force like a little pair of glasses like this.
Yeah,
You know, like
harder.
it actually fits your frame and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
I want to hit you with a heavy question first. You mind?
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Man.
Who inspires you?
Definitely my parents, you know,
Yeah.
they're my father, he's a really hard worker, and you know, he moved over from Tonga with nothing, you know, so he's always been the hardest worker ever since he moved, and yeah, sort of I've taken that, you know, everywhere I go, I'm always try to be the hardest worker in the room, and you know, now being an entrepreneur, it's a lot different, you know, there's people with a lot more experience, and now it's all about learning, you know, I'm just trying to learn everything I can, and then you know, when it comes time, then I execute. So
Hell yeah, man.
yeah.
Did you grow up with siblings or just you?
Yeah, no, it is, bro.
Yeah, big family?
Big family, yeah. 4 girls and 4 boys. So,
Wow.
yeah, really big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your dad do? Do you mind I ask? Like for work and
Oh
stuff?
yeah, scaffolding. Yeah.
Oh,
So my old
damn.
man, yeah, really hard labor, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, he sort of got me into it. So when I graduated high school, you know, he wanted me to go and start making money, help the family, sort of thing. But yeah, I felt like it was wasn't the right thing for me, you know. Obviously, going through school and seeing others succeed, you know, scaffolding wasn't something I wanted to be in the future. So yeah,
It's like a stepping stone, you know, like you do it for a little bit and then you find your bearings and go for that.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Did you guys migrate to Australia for like a better life kind of thing, or what was the?
Yeah, well, my mum was actually raised here. So yeah, her mum passed away, and then her dad moved them from Tonga to Sydney, and then yeah, my dad, he ended up moving to Sydney a bit later on, and they met and got married, and yeah, had us. So I was born and raised in Sydney, and then moved up to Brisbane when I was 8. So yeah, and it was for, you know, a better life. You know, Sydney is a very hectic place, and yeah, just my parents weren't really doing well down there, so they wanted to move here and start fresh. And yeah, it was good moving up here, but I feel like the place we moved to wasn't the right place. Like there wasn't much culture, and just being from Sydney, you know, in Bankstown, where there's so many different cultures, you know, and then moving up here, it was only just Aussies and.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it was just, yeah.
I have the exact same experience, bro.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because I moved to Wisha from Yaranga when I was 4. Bro, it's like the only Asian family there.
Yeah, true. Nah, it's a big spin out, eh?
Yeah. Now you tell people, they don't even believe you, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So, who do you go for Origin then?
Bro, well, that's the thing, man. I actually made a video last year after we lost and posted it, and I just said, man, like, you know, I feel like living here 20 plus years, you know, and having my 3 boys here, I feel like it was time to change, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of the people were, you know, in the comments like, nah, calling me out. But, you know, I feel like I know Brisbane like the back of my hand, you know. I grew up here, I've worked everywhere here, so I don't really know Sydney like that, you know. I knew where I grew up and where my family stay, but I couldn't tell you anything, you know, about Sydney. And
it's like, you know, you're born there, but your heart's here kind of thing. Yeah, that's sick. So tell me about when you first got caught up for Run Nation, like.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Nah, bro. Well, you know, just when it comes to, you know, starting a e-commerce brand or, you know, online business, you know, they always say that money goes where the attention goes, you know, and I felt like, you know, every event that I've been doing is because I know that there's gonna be a lot of attention. So I was I was in a tight spot, and I just seen RNC is coming to Brisbane, and as soon as I seen that, man, I applied, you know, like. Registered to join the combine, and yeah, like luckily I went and obviously done well, so they selected me, and man, after that I was just pretty much on go mode, you know. I knew that there would be so much attention, so all I was doing was just training, you know, eating, sleeping, just
was this
training.
like a big turning point for you in the brand, like a do or die kind of thing?
Yeah, well, I don't know about do or die, but it was just another opportunity. I
Right.
see, yeah,
Right.
because I felt like I already sort of had motion, and I thought this would take it to the next level. But I feel like you know, when it comes to business and stuff, a lot of people have their certain views on it. You know, I feel like some people are inspired, and then there's those other people that envy it. You know, so
Yeah.
I felt like, yeah, it definitely could have gone a lot better, but you know, people just looked at it like, oh, it's just another big brown guy running. You know, but I wanted to be like, come on, guys. You know, I'm a father that's really trying to, you know, do something different and provide a better life for my kids, so that, you know, they don't have to walk that path that I had to when I was younger. So yeah.
And dude, we'll get into that because like that's my experience from going to the event, where it's like, you know, when you first hear about it, you're like, all right, these two guys, you know, everyone's like CTE, and then you go to the event, right, and you're like, actually, everything's done pretty safe.
Yeah.
You know, everything's pretty freaking wholesome.
Nah, it is, bro.
Yeah.
And that's like, that was another big thing for me. And another thing in my mind was, you know, when it comes to the YouTube events where you just go and do it, you know, there's not really anything there, anyone there to look after you. But yeah, these guys are really big on safety. And I just knew having all these, you know, physios and, you know, medical staff around, that I was going to throw everything I had at this guy, you know, because if anything went bad, they were right there to help.
So you applied, and then does everyone go to the combine, or do you have to get selected first to go?
Nah, anyone, yeah. So whoever signed up to go to the combine, yeah.
How many people went? Do you know?
There was like 35, maybe 40, yeah.
Everyone was just like a unit there?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
were you intimidated at all?
Oh, definitely not intimidated. Yeah. You know, I've done combat sport before, but I knew there was a lot of dangerous people there.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
So
What combat sport did you do before?
I did international brawling.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had an event here in Mount Gravatt last year, and I jumped in there on a week's notice, you know.
Wow.
So the guy that I fought, his name's Mikey, he's a legend, man, down from Sydney. His opponent pulled out, and he was asking everyone, you know, who wants to fight? Yeah. And I was like, yep, that's me. I'll jump in there, you know. And it was another thing, you know, with my brand as well. I wanted to, you know, bring more exposure. And then obviously, you know, us men and, you know, things, I wanted to see if I was about it, you know. I look at all these, you know, professional fighters, and I'm like, man, you know, if they've done this and that, and I wanted to test it for myself. And it was a massive eye-opener, you know. There's a lot of people, and the guy I fought too, you know, he's been doing this for years. He had all the experience, and credit to him, you know, he won that night, but he showed me nothing but love. So yeah, it was awesome.
How'd that go with your partner? You just tell her like, hey, I'm doing this thing next week.
Oh yeah, well, man, a few months before that, I was in a thing called Hood Contenders, and that was a lot more, you know. It was 8 men that fought until you won. So
at the same time?
Yeah, well, like, on the same night. So I fought and won against the first guy, and then I versed the next guy.
Oh.
So
that was brutal.
Bro, it's a lot more crazier, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously that compared to just one guy, you know, it's...
Yeah. So you've been on the hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's the thing, you know, that's all I know, action, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like...
Sick. So how'd the combine go? Like, what they test you on?
Yeah, no, it was mad. It was so different, bro. The venue that they held it at was like for like the top of the top stars. So, you know, going there, I was.
Can you say where it is? Do you know where it is? Is it like Brisbane?
It's called Vald.
Okay.
VALD.
And it's
in the north side.
It's like a facility.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's got a gym. It's got massage rooms. It's got everything, like a cafe and.
Wow, it's like what you think, like, you know, the Olympians go to.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. I was like, man, what is this place? And walk in, and there was a whole office, like people were working, and I was like, and then I walked past the gym, and then I walked past the cafe, and it was just, and then get there, and bro, the superstars were there, you know, the coaches, so ex-NRL players, all the big influencers were there, and it was just like, man, you know, but I just stayed locked in, you know. I have my goal to get selected, so that's all I was focusing on. And
so you do the combine, you get the call up for selection. Is the next thing just the event itself, or or do they put you through more training?
Yeah, well, they added us to a WhatsApp group and
Yeah.
pretty much just
Yeah.
let us all know what's happening. And
Yeah.
a lot of trainings, like they were flying out the coaches to come on the weekends to help us prepare, make sure we're ready and, not just, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Like, you get this multi-million-dollar facility, but then you're still on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
It's like-
true. Nah, I don't even know, bro. Like,
That's cool. That's sick.
Yeah.
So you kind of get to meet everyone already, through the combine and then through this group. Like, who the competitors are.
Yeah.
But you don't know who you get matched up with it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't until later. And I didn't really know, but the boys said it was in the contract. So then, I went to a training one night and they're like, oh, yeah, it's in the contract. So I opened it, and then, I found out it was, I was versus Natrell.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is that all? That guy.
That's sick though. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so, mentally, how do you get into this space to get ready for it? Is it just like going through the paces every week?
Yeah, for sure. Like I grew up playing footy, grew up loving footy, man. That's all I knew, when I was in high school, I used to have to train for high school and club, and and like rep teams and, like in trialing. So it was every day was footy, that's all I knew. And then obviously, graduating, working and stuff like that. But I've always had that love, and I just knew, like I pretty much, my parents, they have a park across the road from the house, and I grew up just us playing footy, like running. My cousins, they moved from New Zealand, and they were big. They moved because they got scholarships to Queensland schools like Nudgee and stuff. So they were a few years older, and they used to like make me, like harder, like train, like run at me. If you can't, bowl me over, you're, like that kind of, So it really, was instilled in me that, if I could do that when I was younger, I'll do this to this guy I'm versing, anyone.
Do you just a slight detour? Do you still do this with your kids, or do you plan to? Because they're still young.
Yeah.
Do you plan to do the same thing with your kids and teach them?
Yeah. Well, with my kids, I feel like my long-term goal is to move overseas. I don't really like the way Australian schools work, and I want to teach them discipline. I've talked to, a lot of close ones that I'd love to move to, an Asian country and really sort of teach them, what, all those kids doing Muay Thai and stuff like that. And obviously being an entrepreneur, I feel like we're put in schools to learn how to be an employer, not a boss, So I want them to learn, the real life and how life really works compared to ABC and it's science that doesn't apply to.
It's like when I finished school and started working, I was like, what do you do with taxes? What are taxes? Like no one teaches you that,
Yeah, for sure.
There's
man.
things like kids should learn like things like how to invest.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to invest. I'm 30.
For sure, bro. And that's why, like that's why I love AI, honestly, because it just teaches you straight away,
without any political agenda and shit. Yeah.
Big on AI.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like a lot of people talk about how, it's gonna ruin everything, but it's just how you use it. You don't rely on it. Just get it to teach you things that other people would charge you money for.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's why it was like really good, mostly with my brand, because I knew nothing about, Shopify or how to really set up anything. And pretty much hours on hours of just questions and prompting, and then led to me, creating my own website and pretty much getting everything shipped from China successfully, and mostly with content, like have to make so much content and all those
imagine doing that just nothing,
Oh man, I wouldn't be where I am today for sure. But
tell me about how backstage feels, because we don't see backstage obviously as audience. Is it kind of just like a locker room style and everyone's just headphones in, just don't want to talk to anyone, or is it kind of just like a big barbecue?
Oh, bro, there's so much going on. That was one thing I actually like. The only thing that I found like pretty bad in regards to them, because I got there and like no one knew what was happening. You know, like I was like, you know, what's happening, and you're sort of just getting told by everyone, oh, go up there and do this, and then I went up and you had to sign this thing for the doctor, and then like everyone's like, some of them are getting strapped, some of them are, you know, doing this and that, and there was no one there to just really, this
To
is what's
organize
happening.
that.
Yeah. So then I was just like,
That's fair. Like
Yeah.
you, as a competitor, you don't want to go in and just be like, not know what to
Yeah,
do. Like you just
100%.
want to get your place and just focus, and then
Yeah.
you know manifest your run. You know, that's fair.
And then that's why I felt funny, because
Mm.
the other corner, there was red corner and green corner. And I felt like the green corner, they were mostly from Sydney,
Yeah.
and they had a lot of people there to help them through everything. And I felt like, you know, because they've already done it compared to us who haven't, they had a lot more trainers. And you know, I looked at a lot of their videos, and all their coaches and trainers were helping them. When for me, it was just, bro, there was no one there. I went down by myself and my family. And
so you didn't have your own coach?
yeah, well, like my coach was on the field, so it was like our manager sort of thing. You know, he held the bag for me to warm up, and then that was it. But you look at the green corner, and they have like, you know, a whole team, bro. And I was just like, wow, like it's crazy. But you know, obviously different, because I won anyway. It's sort of like, it is what it is. But yeah, it'd definitely be better if they, you know, were there the whole process. You know. Because even some of the boys, you know, the guy that versed Tifa, you know, I was backstage with him trying to help him warm up. And Tifa had like, you know, 15 boys with him, and he was just by himself, bro. He came out to me and he's like, oh, can you help me warm up? And then, you know, that was it. And then he was just walking around doing his own thing, you know. And I feel like, you know, that's where RNC, you know, if they put a coach there to really help, you know, them talk them through, you know, like getting ready properly would have been a lot more.
I think RNC's got aspirations to be a global event, which I'm pretty sure it's either already there or getting there.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's always room for improvement, for sure. But yeah, that's cool that like still going through that, overcoming it, and then you still win. Like, you know,
for sure,
it's kind of humbling, you know. It's kind of like, you know, like Manny Pacquiao was like, yeah, I used to sleep on like a stone slab.
Hold on, yo.
Yeah. But so walking out, just for context, do you guys do any rehearsals, or you just, that's the first time you walk out?
Well, yeah, that was the thing with my, you know, because I always wanted to walk out with my son. Yeah. So I seen RNC 2 bloke do it, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that too. And then my family ended up getting there late, so that was a bit annoying for me as well, because I was chasing, like trying to find them. But I just went through the first time, and it was awesome, man. It was amazing walking out with my son and my mom and my missus, you know, because it was only meant to be me and my son, but then we all walked through, and ended up throwing out some Wavy Shades, you know. My mom was there throwing them out. And that was the only annoying thing for me, you know. They had a ref there that was standing right when we walked out. And he's like, I was like, bro, get out of the way, bro. This is my moment, you know. And he was just like that was the only thing for me. It's like, let us enjoy walking out, and
But did you, apart from that, did you really like you see all your peers on the side? You know, it's people from the community, bro. Yeah. Was that like a really hype moment for you?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like at the same time, I was really locked in. So you know, just bright lights and so many people being there. Like, you know, it like is, it's just like crazy, But obviously, man, like I represent Logan now, and big love to everyone that came out and showed love. One of the boys had my supporter tee on, front row, screaming at me, and just my brother Logan Kicks as well. He was rocking his tee and screaming, and them too, and just everyone, bro. It was an awesome moment, and I'd love to do it again, you know.
Let's skip ahead to the moment before your first run. Like, how did that feel? Is that like the peak of where you get like all the butterflies in your stomach and shit, or like what's the go? Like, what are you trying to like suss out your opponent? Like, what is he gonna do? How am I gonna counter it? Or are you just quiet in the moment?
No, well, it was definitely, you know, like, because I obviously seen him training a lot, so I wasn't too sure, you know. I won the toss, and I knew I was going to run first, you know. And then when I had said run, went back and had a little chat with the coaches. And then all my my headspace was just run over this dog, like this, just because it was. I felt like it was really lucky for us being in the red corner because behind him it was just a curtain, and my goal, like my headspace was just run to the wall, just don't stop, just go to the wall. Where him, he had to look at everyone in the crowd and stuff like that. So that was another advantage for us, I felt like. But
like imagine being on his end and you just see faces everywhere. You're like, fuck.
Well, it was, it was good too that all the lights, how they just come down to us. So it was just run over him, and when he runs at me, just kill him.
Yeah. So how did you feel about your performance that night? Like I know you won, but how did you feel overall?
Oh well, I just felt, like man, surreal. At the same time, I did definitely want to put him on his ass and get that big highlight and stuff. But other than that, grateful, man. Like, what a awesome event, what a awesome thing to be a part of. A lot of people after that night, and once they posted me winning, everyone just showing love, and it just felt amazing, bro. Like,
did you get to meet any of your other supporters in the crowd, or did you make any new supporters? Do you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. So after I won, I went up and got a little rub down from the physio, shout out to them. I was a bit like, I had a little bit of a shoulder sting. I don't know if you've seen it, so got a little rub down there, and then after that walked out, and heaps of people coming up, awesome runs, and shot ducks, he done well. And
did you go, because I know some of the guys, when they finished, they came and just like sat back with their family in the stands. Is that what you did, or were you off stage?
Well, pretty much, when I walked up backstage, all of them were there. So I gave them hugs, showed them love. Went down, sat down for like 5 minutes, and then I went down to this crowd and got photos with all the supporters and some of my big sponsor, RX Interiors. He was there with his family and had all the supporting tees on, and went and showed him love and just gave him thanks because without my sponsors, I really wouldn't have been able to perform the way I did. So truly grateful for them, and shout out to you guys.
Did you catch the expression in your son's face when you saw him?
Oh, bro, it was man, my son, he's a G, bro. He's like kicked back, like it was funny because he was staying with my mum for about 3 days earlier. And my mum was just prepping him to make sure walk with the flag and just,
really?
because he's only 4, but it was awesome, like cute. Just to see him and how chill he was, he was wearing the sunnies as well, which was, just crazy to me, just watching back, but just him, just being so chill, it was like it was his moment as well, so I loved it, man, and just, that was another thing as well, when it came to versing Natrell, I had my son by my side and I was telling him like, Daddy's gonna smash this guy, and I was, that was my biggest, advantage. I felt like I got that energy, from my son. Like I was ready to kill this guy, like.
Is that everyone talks about being a great dad, and everyone's always worried about how their kids see them. Is that a big moment of validation for you? Be like.
I'll definitely, man. Even now when I walk him to kindy and drop him off, he has this aura about him, that he's untouchable. He took my tag, my RNC tag to kindy, and he's showing it off to his friends. He's like, this my daddy and that, and just knowing that he has that mindset of he's someone better as well. That's what I want him to sort of take on, not better than them, but just have that mentality, like, that winning, like I could do anything I put my mind to, and just be, proud of who I am and take that everywhere he goes. So I can definitely see it in him. He's a really joyful and, like expresses his energy and in a different way now. So it's amazing,
That's powerful, like. That's really good these days. Like especially these days when you're like how online they are, and you're always worried about like is my kid gonna get bullied online or what's gonna happen?
Well, that was another thing for me trying to break through with trauma and stuff, because we grew up. My dad is an immigrant, and as immigrant parents, they tell you just behave, you know, just be quiet, you know, don't express how you feel. And, you know, so for me, that's what I want to show my son as well, that, you know, don't worry about what others say. If you have something to say, then say it, you know. So, yeah, really big on that, you know.
That's a huge point, because I grew up the same way, man. I was
Yeah.
like, I remember my mom used to listen to like Vietnamese music in the car, like pretty loud. Get to school and I'm just like turning that shit down.
Yeah,
You know?
nah, 100, bro.
You know, I used to trade my food so I can get like sandwiches, and I was like, man, these sandwiches suck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So now that you've done it, like, you reckon this is your thing? You reckon that you want to come back for more?
Yeah, definitely, man. I feel like, you know, like I was saying in those interviews, you know, to hype it up, you know, I'm born for bright lights and big arenas, you know, and I really felt like this first one was just a little test, you know. I was just testing the waters, and then now I know what I'm capable of, you know, and get it back in the gym and just train my ass off. And yeah, whoever they send, you know, to verse me, it's going to be the same result, you know. Definitely have that winning mentality, and I know they want to put that burner guy in front of me, but I feel like he's not even a threat, man. Like, he got put on his ass, you know, and I want to verse someone that actually has, you know, a win, or, you know, someone that looks decent, not put on their ass. And yeah.
And throw a punch at you.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for that too, you know, because he sort of called me out. He's been messaging me.
Oh, really? Has he?
He's trying to say after RNC he wants to verse me in the cage, but yo, I was like, bro, he doesn't want it, man. Like, yeah, definitely keen if he wants to. But there's so many big promoters out there now trying to encourage that, and I know after I put him on his ass again, he's gonna want to jump in the ring, and I'll put him on his ass in there too, bro. I'm ready for all of that, you know. Yeah.
Tell me about your brand. Has this experience helped with your branding?
Yeah, definitely. You know, just being in those rooms, you know, meeting different people in life, you know, big winners, you know, big businessmen and all that kind of thing. You know, I was spewing that day, bro, because I found out Simon Beard was there. Okay. And he owns Culture Kings. Wow. Yeah, he's just exited them for like 600 million US dollars. And bro, I was spewing because I was like, man, this is one of, you know, the biggest idols of mine, and I would have loved to have met him that night, but didn't. And yeah, just like, you know, having people see me and, you know that I'm a businessman, you know, and you know,
standing
athlete,
on business.
and standing on business, bro. Like, it's, you know, nothing, you know, fires me up like that, you know. Like, even when I'm scrolling on Instagram now, you know, if any big businessmen like my posts and stuff or follow me, like, that's the biggest thing for me. You know, I used to think it was, you know, athletes and influencers and stuff, but nah, it's not. You know, these people have walked the path that I'm walking now, and, you know, I give them a lot more respect, you know, than because it's a hard road, you know, trying to start a business and just everything you have to overcome, you know, and just seeing people like that.
Yeah, game recognizes game, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So tell me, how'd you start? How'd you come about, and why'd you choose Wavies?
Yeah, so bro, I was you know, like I said, I'm a scaffolder, working outside in the sun all day, every day, and you know, I actually had a few business ventures or like ideas, you know, but I always see them say, you know, to go all in on one. So that's why I sort of, you know, I was working with Sunnies, and, you know, just thought, man, there's no one really doing this like me, you know. No one has cultures and, you know, where they're from on their sunglasses, you know. Everyone's doing clothing brands and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, let me try this. So yeah, pretty much, you know, went to work one day and I hated it. So driving home and just thought, man, like, you know, the idea came to me, put on sunglasses. So yeah, I went home and pretty much, you know, drew it up on Instagram on my story, just put a big tonga over sunglasses, and then.
Well, that's how you start. That's how you designed it.
That's how I designed it, bro. Yo,
that's crazy, man.
I know, man. That's what I mean. Like, you know, because I've always been, you know, when it comes to posting stories and stuff, you know how you sort of get creative here and there, and well, like that's my sort of canvas, you know. That's I don't really know Canva, and I don't know how
Photoshop.
to,
Fuck Photoshop,
yo,
man.
bro, it's so hard, eh? So and that's another thing for AI, man. Like after I put it in, and then I gave it to, I was using Meta AI at the time, you know, make it look like this, and then send it out to different suppliers, and
and they come back with like a polished design. Wow. So the style that you have it. Tell me about this. Like, why choose this particular cut over? This, you know, has so many cuts of different glasses and stuff. You know.
Yeah. Well, I sort of went back and forth for a while with suppliers, and it just, they were giving me feedback saying that, you know, the other type of cuts or other type of materials are really hard to see the drawing or see the writing on it.
So they really cared, and like
pretty much, bro. Well, this was like months of back and forth with this supplier, so there was a lot of work behind the scenes, you know, that people don't see, but a lot of sacrifice.
How'd you find them? How'd you find that? Did you have to just do your own research and
well, that's the thing, you know, using AI and just a lot of research, and I ended up moving from scaffolding to youth work. So I was doing youth work, and that allowed me to have a lot more time on my phone. So pretty much go to work, make sure the kid was all right, and then just work.
Yeah, I can't imagine you doing this while scaffolding. Because I used to work in construction too, as a safety guy.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, they despise you being on your phone, you know, and most of the time, you know, it's to kill time and stuff like that. But I was always, what's next, you know, like I knew I didn't want to be a scaffolder and work in construction and stuff like that. So, that's why I really went hard out trying to get it right. And then, boom.
So these suppliers, are they Chinese?
Yeah, from China, bro.
And did you have to like translate the shit they said, or was it easy?
Bro, these guys, man, they were like, honestly, because I went through 4 or 5 different suppliers, and a lot of them were really slow, really hard. Like their grammar wasn't correct, you know, they're just like random words here and there. But these guys, bro, they're like message straight away, message exactly what I want, you know, like you never, you know, obviously this being my first thing, but they were the best suppliers ever for me, you know, like just replied straight away, replied with everything I needed, showed me everything. Like,
how long have you been working with these guys?
Yeah, well, pretty much, because I just launched the website, launched my business on October the 1st.
Oh, okay.
So that was my first ever like launch, and prior to that, you know, it was just back and forth getting it right. So
was it scary for you launching? Were you like, man, are people really gonna like pay attention or not?
Yeah, well, it was obviously, you know, I feel like it's more exciting than scary. You know, I was excited to show, you know, this hard work that I've been putting in. You know, really excited, and and then obviously being like the sales part of it was just like, oh, come on, you know, like that was really disappointing. You know, a lot of people were saying that they were gonna buy them and support me and stuff, and then they just haven't, you know,
I find that's a big thing with business at the start. Everyone wants to tell you that they're gonna support you, but then like they don't actually, you know. And then it's like, what do I do to pick myself back up from this? Because you know, knowing about that for you must be like soul breaking, because you're like, fuck, maybe people just don't like my shit, or and then you like doubt yourself. Did you have those thoughts? Like, were you like, fuck, did I fuck up, or were you just, nah, get out of my way?
Yeah, well, sort of, I sort of did, you know, fuck up a bit. You know, it was more just my relationship. You know, I was going through, you know, a hard time at the moment, so it was a little bit of that, and then it was just, after that month was like, fuck everyone, I'm gonna do me. So that's why I jumped into that hood contender, and that was where I got to meet Adam Sullivan. So he was there that night, and you know, I got a videographer of me and him, and just you know, he really shared. He made a post the next day, and you know, there was this guy that fought, and he gave me a pair of his sunglasses, and he really blew it out the park for me. So ended up getting 2,500 followers, you know, on my business, and he ended up buying like 10 pairs and ended up giving it out, and really helped me jumpstart it, you know. And grateful, man. He's a real one.
Yeah, yeah. Can
Yeah,
I
for
have a
sure.
quick look at your glasses, dude?
Yeah, sweet,
Yeah, I
bro.
want to see. Want to have a see at the build and everything because they look so structurally sound. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you know, you buy like cheap sunnies, they look kind of flimsy and shit, but
Mm.
these are solid, bro.
Nah, thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
these are
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, well, that's why, yeah, I feel like,
Mm.
they're definitely on the higher tier of sunglasses.
Yeah,
No one's really done anything
yeah.
like this. And
Like you know, like fun fact, when I used to know someone who worked in a sunny shop,
mm,
and like things like you know Calvin Klein's or Gucci's or whatever would sell for $500-600,
mm,
but the manufacturer cost they had it was
yeah,
$40.
yeah, exactly,
What
bro.
are you
And
paying for, bro?
yeah,
What the
that's
fuck are you
why,
paying for?
yeah, well,
Yeah, this is sick, bro.
nah, I appreciate it,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah, well, that was the thing, man. Like, what was funny is there's a big brand, that Burberry, and they sort
Yeah.
of have the exact same,
Yeah, yeah.
but they just have Burberry on there, and I remember the last time I went Sunglass Hut in the city, I ended up looking and their lettering was off, bro. It was
Oh,
like,
really? It's not even.
yeah, not even, but they're worth $400,
Yeah.
and it's crazy, like, that some people, that we know they'll buy $400 pair of sunnies from this massive brand that are really, billionaires, and they can't even support their own, for like $80. So,
With your glasses, do you sell this one model or do you have other types of or other
oh
looks?
yeah, I got sport ones.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't, yeah, I should have brought some,
No,
but
that's
nah.
cool. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that just being an active guy, and even in scaffolding, a lot of people like that sport style,
yeah.
wearing that. So definitely had to make some of them. So I got the red for Tonga, try to get as many colors as I could, but there was a certain MOQ
Yeah.
from China, which prices wise, so that's why some weren't, how I wanted them. But it was a good start,
It's
I
tough
felt like,
because like even for sampling, there's like minimum orders. You know, like
yeah.
they don't just sell you one pair of glasses. You got to buy like 10 at least.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's what I mean. So yeah, I used a lot of the savings and stuff,
Yeah.
trying to bring it all together and bring this alive. And yeah, I
So
was,
do you mainly sell online or do you do any in person?
yeah, well, mainly online, but after the RNC, I ended up doing they had a Logan Community Day, and
Oh, really?
yeah, I ended up my first ever pop up store, and yeah, it was awesome, man. Just giving back to the community, and dreaming about things like this. Being able to sell sunglasses. Ended up buying that Square card reader, and
Yeah.
just having people tap their phones, buying my product. It was awesome, man. It was crazy.
I reckon like the first time someone taps the phone and it goes through, you must have been like, "Fuck, I'm legit."
Bro, yeah, nah, for sure, man. Even at home, trying to making sure it goes through, like, even though it was only 1 cent compared to the big money, but nah, yeah, it was awesome.
How much do your glasses go for?
Yeah, I just recently, put it down a bit. I feel like, everyone's going through tough times, and it was at 80, and then I dropped these to 70,
Yeah.
and then my other ones were 70, and I dropped them down to 50.
Oh, cool,
Or,
dude. They're
yeah,
still super affordable.
yeah, nah, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah. So
I mean, what's I don't know what the average price at sunglasses hut is, but I reckon it's like $200,
yeah,
$300. Right?
nah,
Yeah.
hold on, bro. Those big brands just trying to take everything.
So do you have any new bottles or any new looks coming out or you want to stick with these and make them the
Yeah, well, it's
classics?
sort of a lot more countries and stuff, that I haven't, so the countries that I put it out for was for last year's NRL. They had the nations, nations. So Tonga, Samoa, Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and so I only ended up coming out with 8, and I just wanted to start there and see how we'd go, and hopefully meet other investors, bro. Like, so I felt like I just needed to bring it out of the ground, and now I'm in a place where I'm actually looking to see if anyone would be, keen on investing, because there's so many people asking for all these different countries, and, football teams. Like, I want to branch out to everything, bro. Right. So, but I just feel like, I'm not really in that place at the moment, and I'd appreciate anyone that's keen on helping out. I really wanted to put it out there that, like, I'm trying everything with the money that I do get. I put into ads, I put it into the shipping or the packaging, and there's a lot of things you have to pay for, and I can't really be making other countries, yet. So
And supporting a family and doing all your training.
Nah, 100%.
It's tough. I mean, I guess that's why the likes and stuff from established businessmen mean so much, because they know they understand the grind at the start and how hard it is. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
That's sick. So with this, dude, is it just you that runs everything, or does your partner and stuff help as well?
Yeah, nah, it's just me at the moment. Yeah, my partner's, doing the kids while I grind on the business. And yeah, definitely, the pop-up store that we had, my partner was there, and she was, selling to the customers while I was talking to everyone that was there. And, she's really been, a rock for me, and it really helped, because it really is a struggle when you start, and she's had to pay for that, because I'm on this journey trying to go here, and, bills are stacking up and stuff like that. But I just feel like, I have that mentality of, it's going to happen, we're going to win,
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's cool. That's sick. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I think it's a full circle moment for you, because your dad came over as an immigrant, and then here you are now giving back to the country, which is very sick. Like, the Australian dream that we all get told of, Yeah, that's very similar, I guess, for me, because my dad was a refugee from Vietnam. And then I was raised here, same as you did. Yeah, so it's very like similar when I do things like this, where I get to highlight people from the community, and that's why I wanted to interview you, because I was like, oh, this like makes so much sense, because I'm trying to highlight people from Logan, where I live, Queensland, the east coast of Australia, and I just noticed like, all right, here's a guy who's very family orientated, community orientated, humble, and I was and like religious, and I just wanted to see what your take on life and shit was.
Nah, I appreciate it heaps, bro. Yeah, definitely keen. It's awesome being able to talk to other people that want to do well or do something else. Compared to just working for someone else. It's awesome. I feel like us as humans, we're here to create. And you being able to create this room so that we can make conversation and really open up about everything. It's been awesome being able to do this and tell my story, man. I really appreciate you having me. Want to put it out there, to see if anyone, follow my Wavy Shades page and go have a look. And, if you like it and want to help and, can help in any way, just hit me up, DM me or email me.
Yeah, for sure.
Really appreciate
easy, bro. One of the things for Crispy Bits is whoever comes on needs to shout out someone to come on. If they say no, if they just flat out say no to me, they go on that frying pan there. It's like a dirty little frying pan, and they stay on there until they come onto the show. You got anyone in mind you want to shout out? Have a good think.
Yeah, wow.
Could be a new opponent.
Yeah, true. Nah.
Could be a mentor or something. You never know, man.
Yeah, he's definitely. Nah, I have to say my brother Kareem, bro. Yeah, he's the one that ended up buying me this thing here.
Yeah, the DJI Osmo 4.
Osmo 4, bro. And he's got his own business down in Yadala, and he's just an awesome human being, and I feel like he deserves his flowers. So if he comes on here and gets to open up and tell his story, bro, it'd be awesome,
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Nah, appreciate it, bro. Shot Kareem, come on here, bro, and have a yarn with the bro. It's gangster.
That was a good podcast, dude.
That was next level, man.
You want to do a little reaction on this this drink we got here?
Yeah, sweet, bro. Yeah, for sure.
I need this right now, bro.
Yo, nah, hold on.
Which one should I try?
Yeah, bro, definitely the slushy, because I said
slushy?
that's my favorite.
Is this the slushy? Kamikaze, 0 sugar? Oh, this is sugar-free?
Yeah, bro. Sugar-free, so that's it.
That helps. I'm on a cut at the moment. I'm trying to wait.
Yeah, let's go.
I like the packaging, dude.
Yo, clean,
Hey, yo, it tastes like 7-Eleven slushy. The fuck?
Yeah, bro, it's gangsta.
It's fucking awesome. Damn.
Nah,
all right.
bro.